Hello and welcome to Soul Love with Kimness. I am Kim van der Zande, your host, and I'm super excited to share another episode of Soul Love with you, where we share inspirational and empowering stories from the heart. We talk about the beauty and the shadows as both are part of the ascension journey, to remind you that you are powerful, you are magical, and to have trust in what you feel to be true deep within. Enjoy this next episode of Soul Love. Before we start the next Soul Love conversation, I want to invite you to check out my amazing book, Activating the Flower of Love, a sacred guide for manifesting your deepest desires and highest calling. This sacred book, filled with powerful tools and activations, will guide you to open your heart to the beauty and wisdom within you, empowering you to create the life you deeply desire from the foundation of love. You can find Activating the Flower of Love in all the major online and offline bookstores in ebook or paperback, or you can check it out through my website, kimness.nl, where you can also discover the different ways of working with me and the latest updates on new starting programs. Enjoy this next episode of Soul Love. Welcome, beautiful souls, to a new episode of Soul Love. And today I am so excited to welcome my Dutch soul sister, Marlys Stradmeijer. Thank you within this sacred space. It is such an honor and blessing to always share these beautiful experiences. And we already shared before we started a little bit about sacred yeses, and always love the energy of that. And maybe we can kick off with the sacred yes and how that unfolds in your life, because you just published a beautiful co-authored book. And how did that sacred yes awakened within you, and how is the sacred yes guiding you on your journey to inspire everyone to follow their sacred yeses?
It's funny, when you ask me this question, I feel this twinkling feeling in my body. It's like the sacred yes is just showing itself again. Yes, this is the sacred yes. So that is the thing. It's just allowing and really listening to these sensations in your body, whatever it is. It may differ from time to time, but just to know and really feel and allow this sacred yes. It's really a yes from the body. Yeah. And then the mind thinks, starts thinking about it or whatever. But the real sacred yes is something that you feel you have to do it. It's like, yes, my heart is making a jump. My tail is starting to wiggle like a dog. All these kind of things. Like, this is for me a yes. Without that, your mind is knowing already what it's going to bring, what the next steps will be. Maybe your mind has all kinds of ideas about it, like, ooh, isn't it too big for you? Are you ready? Is it a good timing? Blah, 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 blah.
Yes, but there's something prior. Yeah.
There is a yes, the sacred yes. Yeah. Well, I had this sacred yes when I saw the invitation to be a co-writer on a book, Divine Love. Yeah. Well, I love the title already.
Yes,
that was the sacred yes.
We are all on Soul Love as well. We are all about love, divine love, raising our vibration with love, spreading love everywhere. So that's also the title was so aligned. Still,
yes. You know, I'm Dutch, and the others are all native English speakers. Yes. So my mind thought, well, you're Dutch, your school Dutch, is that good enough, and all that kind of things. But still, there was a sacred yes. So I said, yes, I'm going to do it.
Yes.
And during that path, all kinds of moments came that I thought, every time you have to jump again in this big, big pool without knowing if you have all the qualities to swim, but still you do it. Yes. And it already brings so much. It was a sacred yes to me.
Yes. But that is with everything we do. When we truly follow our heart, it is not even per se about what we create or it is the growth journey and the reconnecting with our soul that is awakening within us through our creations. Because through you saying yes, you were being asked to grow and stretch in new ways, and also to clear the slower vibrations, like, because this is the same with when I brought my book out. There are slower vibrations coming up when you choose to express yourself in a certain way. When you create a book, because a physical book, it is something that will be there for a lifetime. And there are all these limitations that are programmed within our subconscious field that then need to be cleared. But it is beautiful because it creates the opportunity for growth by you following this sacred yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I always see it as this sacred yes also has this sparkling fire, little fire thing, and it just bubbles out. Yes. And then you don't know who is gonna, what is gonna happen after this little fire gets on the ground or gets to somebody. No. This other person can also flourish or have their own sacred yes, and it just continues. That's spreading the love that is so beautiful, and spreading the magic. Yeah, because it's you're choosing that as you share, I feel like you're choosing the ripple of positivity. You're choosing the ripple of opportunities, and by that, more opens up. It's almost like a portal. When you follow your sacred yes, you open a portal to more magic to come your way, and in that way, you meet people that fit with the energy you are on and the vibration you resonate with. And it is. Yeah, but sometimes the most scary part is like when we get an invitation. And we feel that excitement and that firework. So we want to say yes. And then indeed our mind kicks in. And then it's guiding ourselves to listen to our first instinct. If our first instinct is fear, don't do it. But if our first instinct is truly yes, and then we go into the thinking mind, and then it's leading from the heart. That is the new earth way. And I love that you shared that, because it's we are all being asked to go after our sacred yeses, because in that we create a different world. So true. Yes, and I love to help also. Well, of course, my own journey has all kinds of hubbles and things and learning moments, as we all do. Yeah, and I truly love to share the insights from coaching, and the insight from my body work, and the insight from all kinds of things is in what I call the inner compass. Because if you're more aware of your own inner compass, then you are allowing yourself to coach yourself. You can coach yourself through this process of what do I need during this saying yes thing. There is a yes, but then there is this journey to whatever. Yes. There are practical things, and there's energy work, and there is like their whole. Exactly. Yes. But just to coach yourself through this process, sometimes it's just very nice just to have somebody to assist you, or sometimes gives you a kick under the butt, or sometimes just reflects like, this is what your sacred yes is all about. Go back to the feeling, go back to your trust, go back to what do you need. Yes. Make it practical. Are there things that maybe there are all kinds of persons around you that are dying to help you, but you just don't want to see it, or you don't allow it. Notice that being gentle to your yes and to what you need and your process. Yeah, but that's a huge one, because we are in basic not being taught to really to ask for support, and to look at like what is around us and what do we need. We're so focused on goals and overgiving, overdoing, and instead of really going back to so much more important. Yeah, it is. And that makes it also, that's making the 5D, 3D. It's like also looking at these questions and supporting yourself. Yes, but that's the new earth way. And I think also in coaching, and it's also, where I stand for, it's like empowering people to do it themselves. Because in the end, we will have, as you grow, as you expand, you will come upon resistance, because that is part of the journey. So, and then if you have the inner tools, I love your inner compass as well. If you have those tools and you know your inner compass, you know your true north, you know where you're going, and you also know you have the tools to handle whatever comes on your path, to navigate towards that in a compassionate way. So not in the old way, but because that is what you're sharing, like the compassion for yourself. Intercompassionate. I love that. Thank you, Kim. But it truly is in these co-creations, and that's what I love. Like, things spark, and it is through us sharing from this heartfelt space, and from that things open up. And so what kind of ripple created the book? Intercompassionate. Intercompassion, yes. Because we need to have compassion for ourselves and for everything.
And if you look back at your journey, at your life journey, what sparked your soul? What was for you a big turning point in your life where you felt, because we were in a way all on the journey of forgetting as growing up, what sparked your journey to go within and start the remembering of your essence, of your soul? Or
it's funny, the first thing that comes up, it's just as a little child, it was just this. We often go to Mallorca, and there's this beautiful bay, and it's just a short walk. I just had this morning I was walking with my bare feet in the sea and just saying hello and just inviting this beautiful environment and connecting. Yeah. So the sea is really special for me. And as a child, I was already, I remember this pivotal moment that I was just floating in the sea and allowing my body just to really being carried by the waves, and just the feeling of the sensation of the waves under my back, and just connecting with the sun, and all my senses were so open, and I felt like I am one. And this was really a moment where I realized, wow, I'm so connected. I'm just one with everything. It's all in me. And I was, I think, like 7 or something. I was really small.
Yeah. Wow. Yes.
And that feeling always, this for me is the essence of being.
Yes. Yes.
Really being. And there is where all the power, where everything is.
Yeah. Because as you shared, it feels like a deep surrendering also in your being, allowing the waves, allowing all the elements, but also because we are also part of the elements, allowing everything to that. That's such a beautiful image. Yeah. Yes.
And I don't know if I shared this story with about the starfish that I had just not so long ago. It was just amazing. I had a friend, a Spanish friend. I told about. We had this conversation about, do you remember when we were young, and there was this sea was just covered with beautiful shells, no colors, and we were diving to see the starfish, in all kinds of colors. And I was saying, I didn't see any starfish anymore in the last couple of years. Yeah. And it made me sad. So the next morning I had my morning swim in the sea, and it was really flat, there was no one, really clear water. And I was thinking about this conversation of the starfish. Yeah. And at once my eyes saw a starfish in the sea. Wow. So I was filled with gratitude, like, oh, yes, you're still there. I was even speaking to him. Yeah, I don't know. That. Like, I'm so happy to see you. You made my day. This is just such a gift. So I was standing there and just feeling this gratitude and looking at the starfish. And then this starfish turned his direction, came to me really slowly. And I was just like, what's happening? What's happening? And it came closer and closer and closer. And at once, one leg on my toe with my red fingernail, and then another one. And he was really embracing me. Yeah. Yes, but the tears were just rolling down my cheeks, like it was filled with gratitude, and we were connected. We were definitely connected. Yes, but it was such a huge sign of the universe, of the connectedness, and of the I love that, of the pureness of exactly. Yeah, but also truly a sacred moment that then nobody was there, and you were just connected to the elements, and But it was, I remember how I was filled with joy and with gratitude. It's just all over, through all my cells. There was just gratitude of seeing this starfish. Yeah. So, and then it's just like this an energy. He must have felt it. It was just, Yes. Yeah. But it is being able to be grateful for those because it's there. It is there, but we need to see. We need to be willing to see it and to I love that. Amazing. Yeah. Yes, but it's also a beautiful manifestation story. You talking about it, and then the universe giving you a signal already the next day, saying, "Here it is," like your connectedness, and it's still there. It's still there, and And also how those moments can bring you back to beautiful moments in the past, because sometimes it is true.
sound or images or smells or something we are being reminded of, but it's also the universe giving us messages. And that is, again, if we are aware and also feel our sacred yes, because it's all related, then we can really, it is co-creating with all the elements that are around us instead of just rushing through life, because then we miss these signs. If you were just focusing on, okay, I need to do my exercise, you would have missed this amazing opportunity.
So true, so true. And by living that way, by using your senses and being in the now and well, this gratitude and all these kind of things, it gives so much more essence of joy, of life. It's that's what gives the sparkles and the shining. And
yes, but it's a choice. I think also in your journey,
true.
like it is a choice. Like, so sometimes we can so be in the other energy, and we can think, oh, but nothing is happening in my life and nothing. But in the end, it's a choice, and we can already be grateful for a beautiful cup of tea that we enjoy. Or it starts with seeing those things, and then more will be revealed. Yeah, and sometimes it sounds easy. I know that maybe some people are listening, but it truly is. Like, just look around you, see. What can you be grateful for? Even when you're listening.
Sometimes it's difficult to see the easiness.
Yeah, that's because we are so being taught that if something needs to be profound and transformational, it needs to be difficult. But no, the most profound things are very simple, and also the most healing tools and everything. It is already within us, but it's asking us to remember. And it's going back to the essence.
And if you think that everything has to be huge and big and a struggle and you know. And even the big achievements, I mean, maybe if I don't know if you want to call book big, but it all starts with something small and starts with small steps. And it starts with, so this journey of all these small steps.
Yes.
That is where the true gift is.
Yes.
Is in.
And then holding, because then reflecting back to your compass, then holding your true north, like you have a certain vision. And then honoring the little steps, because sometimes we want to quantum leap into, okay, I want to achieve that vision now. But I love what you're sharing, because it is through the little steps that we reach the big one, and through the little steps that we grow and expand and learn new things about ourselves. And the little steps
can be really big.
No, they can be really big, yeah. But
like this starfish for me was a connection with the whole sea.
Yeah, yes, yes.
And even maybe bigger, but like it was a remembering.
Yeah. Of the connectedness with everything,
and the connectedness, exactly.
But then again, it's seeing the how do you say, the immenseness or the profoundness of something that our mind can think is very small, because your mind can make it very little and say, oh, it's just a starfish. But your heart, then it's again listening with every cell of your body, feels something different. And I think we are being asked to go back in that as well, to if we get an opportunity, or if we get a question, or we get an invitation on our path, to listen with our body, to listen with our hearts, instead of with our mind and all the practicalities. Because that is, I noticed that within my own journey as well. The moment we are willing to leap, even though it's scary, beautiful things open up, magical things open up. But it is by us saying our sacred yes to something that our mind sometimes doesn't understand. And that's again the divine feminine way of really going with the inspiration, even though the whole plan is not figured out, because it's not about it's about being present. And
even if we think we have figured it out, things can happen on the way. I mean, that's also an illusion.
Yeah, it is.
It's just much easier if you let that go. This whole idea that you have to have an all set plan from A to B. That's the old way of success. Yeah. But the magic happens in the other way.
It really is, And if we then have our inner compass, if we then have our inner truth and our inner guidance system, and we have the tools, it doesn't matter what happens, because we know, And
it
I
makes
think
your decision making so much easier. Just to think how much time is wasted by, well, shall I do this or that, this and that, and then just you don't make any decision. That's a decision as well. If you don't make any decision, then you just stay put. I mean, then life is happening to you instead that you are making choices.
Yeah, and that's a big one. Yeah,
that's a big one. So if you have your own, if you know your inner compass, and that's body, mind, and soul. Yeah. If you know how to listen to your yeses, then your
But it also
decision.
asks
So much time is gained by it.
It is, yeah, because you can just immediately act, immediately say yes or feel or act or yeah. But it asks a braveness, because it asks us to really just we already shared, like, go from trust and to knowing, just knowing that when our body says a yes, there is something magical for us waiting, and sometimes it's a growth opportunity, but there's something for us, and if we can follow that is our true soul journey. And it's interesting, I created a blog post yesterday, and it's all about, if your life stays the same 5 years from now, how would that feel within you? Because we are sometimes so scared for change, but we're not scared for stagnation. We're not scared for everything staying the same. And yeah, it's like, does your life truly fulfills you? Like in the creating from the mind, I think that's a beautiful question to ask yourself. Like, with the structure, with going into your mind, with planning, did you get what you wanted? Does it feel fulfilling in every cell of your body, like you share, like the bubbling energy? Or does it feel like draining? And are you going through life through the motions? And that is, because sometimes we're so afraid for change, but we also, I think we need to be more afraid for that everything stays the same, because it's like our soul is not happy. Yeah.
But what pops up for me now is, when you were talking about this, then some people just don't know how to get to this big wish or this big yes, or just allowing that. It's like, I know all kinds of things what I don't want, but I really don't, if to be honest, I don't really know what I really truly want. And it's just, it can be a little small seed, but still I know everything is in there.
Yes.
So that's also what I do. I'll help to recover and putting these layers away, so this seed can flourish. Yes. Because it's all there. Everybody, I call it this treasure box, or the inner treasure box that we all have. It's all there, but some people just don't see it.
No. But there are too many layers on top of it.
So many
layers of disconnecting from ourselves. And
this exactly, and that's painful. That can be so painful.
It is.
On the other hand, it can also be so fulfilling if you just allow this seed to flourish and to see, oh yes, that's who I am, that's what I want. And then all these obstacles that you saw in the way just just vanish.
No.
Or get much easier, or you get help with it, or whatever. I mean,
it is. But it is from our soul perspective. If we take a time also to zoom out and to really be in this more expanded state of being, all the things that we put in contraction, they are as big anymore. So the obstacles indeed.
True.
Yeah, but it's asking us to really stand in the greatness of our being, and to remember that we are a soul on an earthly journey, and not limited to only the physicalities or the things we can see, and there's so much more about our being, and also the co-creation we can have with the universe and with our guides and with our
it is really a time of co-creation, and
it is.
That is so wonderful.
But it's also asking questions. I always love, like in this journey, like asking open questions to the universe, to yourself, that we can all, if people don't know where they want to go, just start with asking questions. What do I like? And not to know the answer, but to just be in the energy of openness. I think that's already a beautiful step, because sometimes indeed the vision can be so far away, or we can be so disconnected that it's not clear, but it's starting with something and then allowing that to unfold. And
so true. And that's also how the journey goes. It always begins with one step, and then the other follows, and then the other follows. And
and I think everyone listening to this podcast as well, that the universe is asking to listen to your sacred yes, because I always believe that there are so many things online, but if you're tuning into this podcast, to this particular conversation, and it is about your sacred yes, so the universe is giving you a sign to listen to your sacred yes, to take the leap and to follow the guidance of your heart and your body. And I think that's a big one.
So you can shine your light.
Yes, it is. Because the world needs your magnificence and your radiance and your uniqueness. So if there's one thing you want to share, more like a tip or advice, or something that has helped you truly in your journey of coming home more within yourself, what would that be? Or what would you, if you look back?
Well, what comes up now is the image that I got when I was asking and looking for my mission and thinking, what is my talent? What is my mission? What am I here to bring? Because in my environment, it was so clear. Some people were very talented in playing the cello or wanted to be a pilot or whatever. And I really didn't know. I were so many things that I loved and liked. When I did a beautiful visualization about my mission, I had to climb on a mountain with all kinds of obstacles. And at the end, on the top of this mountain, spirit or source or whatever gave me this symbol for my mission in life. And then it was a treasure box. It was a beautiful, beautiful treasure box covered with all kinds of gems, like diamonds, whatever.
Yeah.
But so I was, this was beautiful. Yeah. But the real treasure was when you open it up, because there was this shining light all over, coming just, and that made me humble and still and everything at the same time, because like, my mission is to shine from within.
Yes.
That it is.
Yeah.
It's
the
not
cover
about
is beautiful,
the
but
outside things and the inside. That's where the treasure is.
Yes.
So my path is allowing my soul and listening to this light and allowing it, and not only so it can really shine. That's what my journey is, and that's my path. And at the same time, helping other people to recognize this inner treasure box, because we all have it. Yes. And it's just, if you just keep on looking from the outside, like, I want these gems really, really big and whatever, but just help them open it up and shine that light, so it can really spread your light, so you can do whatever you are here to do on earth.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, but it's also such a beautiful symbolic, because we're sometimes so focused on the outside world and how things need to look like, instead of shining our light from within, and it all comes from within. So that was an amazing vision you received then. It was, it has so much depth and so much different ways to look at it. So yes, but it truly is you shining your light inspires others also to shine their light. And it's not about doing it for someone. It is being the example and leading from your heart, and by that people.
Yeah, and sometimes you walk along the way and you give some helping hand, or just some encouragement, or just showing people, like, did you see what you just did? Or did you hear what you just said? Like this.
Yes.
This is magical. And just that is also shining your light.
It truly is. Yeah.
Seeing the true beauty and magic and power in other people, and allowing that just to shine. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. But you also, you're just your childlike sparkling energy, and just, it inspires. It's beautiful.
It's still there.
No, but I think that's important. We need, I think.
I cherish it, to be honest.
It's really a gift. So keep on shining your light and your radiance. And if you want to find out more about Marlys and how to work with her, you can find all the information below. Maybe we'll also share a link of your book. So we'll add that.
Thank you.
And also find your Divine Love book. And thank you for sharing your radiance, sharing your light and your experience.
Thank you so much, Kim, for having me. It was a really nice start of the day.
Yes, me too. I really loved it. So, and everyone tuning in, thank you as well. And I'll see you in the next Soul Love podcast. Much love. Bye. Thank you for joining this episode of Soul Love. If you want to find out more about what we do, you can find it below. And I'll see you in the next episode. Much love.